AssetWhere has some great tools for schools to use to generate community maps. This is an example of an evacuation map from Beacon Hills College in Victoria, their Berwick campus, showing their school logo up on the top left corner. The legend they've decided to include, and also key details that are included on every map. This map also shows which buildings have multiple levels using the exploded display style, with the dotted line showing the connection between the upper floor to the ground floor of relevant buildings. Now, this next map is showing the evacuation map and assembly plans for the Burnside High School in New Zealand. It shows their school logo and also their evacuation pathway that students and teachers should take in case of a school lockdown. And this is an example of a school that chose to include in the initial AssetWhere inputs the evacuation pathways for each room. So this is Carey Baptist Grammar main campus in Kew. Now, a grid has been applied to allow for simple map key references. For example, park and enter the school at J1 and meet at J2, making it really easy to generate maps and send them out to your parents. It also shows the delineation of the different school precincts, junior, middle and senior, and also shows whole school facilities such as the Performing Arts Centre shown at G16. This is a community map, so it's a mini map of the Kew campus which highlights the middle school area here, and it's also got the campus mini map down here on the bottom right. This is Melbourne Grammar, showing the assembly points for each key precinct in the school. All the gates are also shown. You can see those as symbols and letters. And it also shows the location for parking, the reception area here, first aid, toilets, disabled parking, food outlets, etc. So let's go into the AssetWhere system now and have a look. So I've come into AssetWhere here, and this time I'm going to turn on the paths, turn on the roads here. So I've got those key roads. I want to show the car park, so that's easily shown on the map. I want to show where the key gates are, and that's absolutely critical information. And then when I come down to health and safety, I can now start to show the entry and exit gates for years 7 and 8. Here it's shown in blue. I can do the same for years 9 and 10. Entry and exit gates are shown there in yellow. And then finally, if you're a parent, you want to know where your child is going to enter and exit, which are the key gates they need to be parking near. So once I've got all that information, I click on print, and now I can create my map here. So I can turn off the layer manager, I can determine the layout, the size, etc. And then I want to show the legend and the logo. And then I can start turning off key parts of the legend that are not going to be useful for parents here. So, I can turn off key parts here that I don't think are going to be useful for them. And then once I've done that, so I don't need the tree canopy, all I have to do, and I've got all the other elements correct, all I have to do here is click print and then download that and send that out to parents so they've got all the information. I can do that from the comfort of my desk.